Today in the kitchen, we're talking about Italian canned tomatoes. Gary, what are you making today?
Today we're going to make a penne pasta with our new tomatoes. They come from Italy. It's the highest quality tomato that you can get. They're called Valle di Sol Pomodoro Faletta.
Now, our people out in the audience are going to ask, what is the difference between an Italian canned tomato and our regular canned tomatoes that we have?
The Italian canned tomato is the highest quality tomato you can get. They're compared to the San Marzano tomato. It comes from the same region. These are going to be a sweeter tomato, and they're going to be able to age longer than a regular California tomato or Midwest tomato.
So what are you making over here, Gary?
Well, right now what we did is we cut some strips of red pepper, green pepper. As you can see, in a red pepper, you're going to have seeds in it, along with the green pepper. A lot of people confuse that, think that peppers are actually a vegetable, but they are a fruit. Anything that has seeds in it will be a fruit.
What else can you use these Italian canned tomatoes in? You're making a pasta dish. What else can you use it in?
Well, you can use it in any kind of casserole dish. You can use it in a bruschetta. Anything that uses a tomato, you can basically use these canned tomatoes in.
So it's sauté. That's an extra virgin olive oil, you said?
I put extra virgin olive oil in. I started it, and I put some red peppers, some green peppers, and some pancetta in here.
The pancetta looks very nice. You cut it nice and thin, right?
Now on the pancetta, you can use salt pork in it. You can use bacon. You can use pork chops. My mom always used to use salt pork in it.
But pancetta.
This is a high quality penne pasta dish, so this is going to give it tremendous flavor.
Alright, so that's cooking, that's looking nice.
Okay, so what we'll do is, as it's cooking, we're going to reduce it down. We're going to saute it slightly. You can do this table side at a nice Italian restaurant. You can do it in the back of the house. It doesn't matter where you're preparing it. Okay, we're going to take some tomatoes. And all we're going to do is, we got these whole tomatoes, and we're just basically going to squeeze the tomato in there, and it's going to break down as it cooks. You see, like I said, you got this whole tomato, nice sweet tomatoes, and you're just going to crush it in there.
Now everyone's going to ask about price difference too, and I looked at the price. Like I said, brand new item just brought in from Sofo, and it's a 90-ounce can versus 102 ounces from a regular number 10 can, but the Zone 6 price on it was still like $19.56. So I mean, it really.
Well, you're basically just talking pennies for the highest quality tomato you can get. And what drives people to the restaurants is the flavor of the food. And then when you get the highest quality flavor you can get,
right,
you're really silly if you're worried about a penny or 2 cents that it might cost you more in this fish. So that's cooking in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some fresh basil. Next, we're going to chop it up, and this is going to give it additional flavor. So I just take some fresh basil, chop it up real fine. It's going to give it a nice little color in there.
That basil will really pair well with that tomato too, the flavor.
You can chop this up, you can tear it up. Okay. Now that's cooking in there.
I mean, definitely your authentic Italian customers would be interested in something like this. But like Gary said earlier too, anybody that's making a sauce can use these, and they're going to be impressed with it too. I mean, look at the color, look at the way it cooks with the other items in that. So it's definitely a must-have on any chef's list.
So as it's cooking, pretty much just got to get it hot. And this pretty much is hot when you can see it all bubbling. And what I do is take about 8 to 10 ounces of penne, and then I'll just add it to the top, and I cook it al dente, a little bit extra al dente because you're cooking it again. So
gotcha.
Generally I only cook the pasta noodles for about 8 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and that gives it a little firmer than your normal al dente, which is firm to the bite. And then what we'll do is we'll toss this. Okay, and then what we do is I put a little Parmesan or Romano cheese in it.
Gary, look at how well that tomato covers too.
It makes a nice plate here. We'll just put a little bit of Parmesan on it. This is so good that my kids love to have this when they have showers, or baby showers, or wedding showers. I've had to make big dishes of this, and it really goes over really well.
Absolutely.
So this is pretty much, doesn't take long to make. Now all I need to do is put it in a nice dish. We got a nice little dish here. And you can go extra cheese if you want. I like a little extra cheese myself.
Well, and even cooking time, I mean, after you have the pasta cooked, the cooking time with the tomatoes.
So you're looking at 8 ounces, 8 to 10 ounces. This was probably, I weighed it out at 9 ounces. I put it right in between. But it's a full dish, all right? You know what we're gonna do is just put a little bit of parsley on the side. Give it a little.
How many tomatoes did you use on that, Gary? Was that 3?
I used 4 tomatoes on this dish today. So you can see how nice it looks. You can serve it. And you're not going to get any complaints on this product. You can sell this for $14.95 in an upscale Italian restaurant and not have any issues with getting the price that you need to make on your food costs.
So feel comfortable out there taking out samples to show it to your chefs and your authentic Italian. Anybody that's making sauce, I mean, show them this, because this is going to be something that they want, that they're really going to like, and it's a great product, and the price is right, so why not?